Hello and welcome, everybody. Today, of course, is Thursday, June 26th, and of course, it's my favorite day of the week because every Monday through Thursday, of course, as you know, I do reviews of different shows, but on Thursday, my favorite show ever in the 18. And we're still working on season 4. Today, we'll be covering episodes 9 and 10. Uh, I'll describe those in a few minutes. What I'm doing now is I'm on here early for about 30 minutes, probably about 20 minutes or so early, because there's some information in the episodes. It seems like there might be a lot, so we'll see there. But what I'm here for 20 minutes is to address some recent issues that are going on, and also to give a special prayer. The prayer will be before the episode today. So the prayer will cover not only my best friend Larry, who, as you know, is going to undergo his heart surgery next Tuesday on July 1st. So we're all going to say prayers for that. We're also going to have a special cigar lounge that uh, Gorilla has promised he will do. And I asked Gorilla if I could go ahead and simulcast with him on our show. So Mikey Suze on our channel. So yes, I will do that. I believe Sit Down will also do his. So we'll be able to get a combination there. All right. Let's see. Now I don't know what time we're going to do that yet, but I will go. I'll go into my studio and then ask. You know how to. I still haven't got it down yet of how you're supposed to simulcast multiple channels at the same time. But I'm sure Gorilla will help me. Will help me out with that. So yeah, same time. Okay, but in the meantime, and after we say a prayer for Larry and the family, I want to address something that I came across yesterday. Now on Wednesday, as you know, our friend Resolute Germ, he does a nerd roundtable, and Sit Down was there, but also there's the guy who I hate the most. I cannot stand this man. I mean, who gives an F if he's from New York or New Jersey or wherever, Queens or wherever he's from? He's just a bad stain on life. It's true. And even though, and this bothers me, even though I said to him, you may be my enemy, but I can still pray for your soul. He said, well, you don't need to pray for my soul. He says, you don't need to pray for me. He says, I just don't like you. You don't need to pray for me. How are you supposed to answer to that? Honestly, how are you supposed to tell someone, I'm praying for you anyway, even though you don't give a shit? Really? How am I supposed to answer that? Well, all I can say is that, you know, your soul is troubled, T. I'll just say your initial. Your soul is troubled and you need help. Let's be honest. You need to find yourself. You need to redeem yourself in some way. Help others. Why don't you do that? Instead of being a selfish prick. Why don't you go out and help others? That's what God would ask of you. That's what Jesus would ask of you. I try to do the best I can. I try to go out there with my beautiful wife, Suzanne, and we try to humble people and see that they have potential. We try to give them that opportunity and say, look, you are worth more than the sum of your parts. You are a worthy individual. You're a worthy person. You deserve a lot. You deserve a better life. You do. And if you are steadfast in prayer and you ask for, you may not get it in the way that God would provide it, but you will receive that help. You do. Yeah. It's very possible. And hello, Stardashians, Eric and Lee. Hey, man. Hey, how you doing, Eric? Well, I hope everything's going all right with you, sir. This is just a brief rant. It's just kind of a thing. Uh, every channel has its enemies. Yeah. Every, and if somebody tells you, this is the thing I'm going to let you folks know right now. If anybody who is involved in any sort of channels with YouTube, if they tell you they don't have enemies, they're lying. It's a bald-faced lie. It absolutely is. There are people out there right now, well, just like the Stardashians, just like Eric here and Lee, they have a good channel. But there are people out there that want to demean it and destroy it. It's absolutely true. There are people like that who are mean and incorrigible and evil. And I have a bunch of those people that hate that hate our channel. I can't help that. That's it's just the way our channel, as I've tried to stress before, and Eric and Lee, thank you so much for being here. Honestly, this helps a lot with your presence, definitely. But what this means to us is that we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. And hello, and good morning to you, Sir Lemon. It must be early for you, sir. I apologize. I know it's 10:36 in the morning for you there. And you're not chopped liver, okay? I'm sorry about the other stream, all right? But it's water under the bridge, buddy. You are one of the most important managing moderators I could have to this channel. And you know that Connie Clary and you are vital, including my beautiful wife, Suzanne, obviously. The three of you. You take care of this channel the way it's supposed to be taken care of. And he says, I know, I was just giving you a hard time. No worries. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you. Thank you, Sir Lemon. That means a lot. That does. That means the world to me. Anyway. But just to finish my rant here for a couple more minutes, people like T and S and J, not J Aldridge or my other J, but there's a J out there somewhere in Ohio that hates my guts. Where he says, "Oh no, I don't." Oh come on, you 3 times I tried with you. You know who you are. I tried 3 times, 3 times, and my wife even said you're immature. My wife even said it. So how could you be possibly my friend the way you manipulate, the way that you continue to use my chomping on yogurt and saying that I did a fart? You know what? After a while, it just gets very boring and very disgusting. And you know what? You're a disgusting individual. So I hope you learn some humility very soon, if not some kind of karma. I'm trying not to, baby. As I like to say, my favorite phrase is, or my favorite quotation comes from me. I created it myself. I said, God equals karma. Karma equals God. Any questions? I didn't think so. That's what comes from me. So, for anybody out there who hates us, all right, go ahead. Doesn't bother us. I mean, we got friends. We do. We have friends that care about us, friends that pray for us, friends that love us, friends that support us. You are just a minority. You enemies are just a minority left out in the cold there somewhere as lost souls. And we'll try to save you. We'll do our best. But hey, it is what it is. So, all right. Thank you, babe. Nothing about that anymore. We'll just get back here to 18 here in in about 7 more minutes because there's a bit of information there today. So I'm glad you're here, Sir Lemon. As I said, you and Connie Clary and of course my beautiful wife are all very important to managing and moderating this wonderful channel, this kindness channel that we try to adopt here at MikeySuzeFour. And I want to highly recommend. In fact, today I'll dedicate this episode to 3 different individuals. First of all, PvP did lose his cousin's wife the other day to lung cancer. I'm so sorry about that, PvP, my brother from British Columbia. So we will have a prayer here in just a minute or so. Also, I want to dedicate this to Larry and his entire family, who I've known for over 50 years, almost 50 years. Next year will be 50 years. And they are family members to us. And when one family member is going to undergo a very serious and possibly dangerous heart surgery, you go to that person. You're there for that person, full-heartedly, 100 million%. So we're going to be saying lots of prayers, lots of love, lots of support for Larry next week, for sure. He gets his examination, let's see here, on the 30th, which is a Monday, and then Tuesday he goes under. So, yes. Uh, thanks, baby. Mwah. Yeah, Moon Pie and Deja Vu's mom, my beautiful wife, says, "We are glad you are here, Lemon Pie. Good morning." Lemon says, "You pray, yes, pray for Larry and his surgery coming up on the 1st." Absolutely. Larry is and he says, "Hi, Suze." Yeah, uh, he's a very good morning to Stardashians. Oh, thank you, honey. Um, Eric and Lee, yeah, thank you. Um, and Eric and Lee, I hope that they do well too in their move to North Carolina. So let's say a quick prayer for them that they do a great job and able to move themselves to a hopefully a better life. That would be very, very apropos, I would say, to get a better life there. And Lemon says also hello to the Stardashians. Yeah, hello Stardashians. It's good to see you guys. It really is. And Kage Noctum Gaming. Hello, Kage. Hey, Mikey. How you doing, Kage? I've seen some of your gaming. I'm trying to catch up. Please forgive me, Kage. I am trying to catch up to your past videos. I did see you had a 4-hour video previously, and I'm just trying to catch up. And Suzanne is waving, and Kage says, "How are you?" We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We have tomorrow. We get to go ahead and enjoy some movies. We have some lunch beforehand. We go to Chipotle. It's a wonderful place to eat, by the way. A couple movies. We're going to go see 28 Years Later. Hopefully, we get to see Megan 2.0 because that's a really crazy ass film about AI gone wrong. Yeah, that should be interesting. But I'm really looking forward to the 28 Years Later with the zombies because it is officially 28 years later. They never did 28 months later. They did 28 weeks later before that and 28 days. You all know about those zombie films. But yeah, since the one they did with Robert Carlyle, who was in the James Bond film, um, you know, The World Is Not Enough, as the criminal in that. Yeah. So, it's kind of cool. Yeah. I can't wait. That'll be good. It's been 28 years? Yeah, Kage says. Yes. Yes, it has, sir. 28 years since they did 28 weeks later. Yes. 28 years. Yes. Yeah, because they couldn't do 28 months. 28 months had some legal issues. It had some problems with the cast crew trying to put it all together and everything. So they couldn't do anything with it. So they just decided to let it go by the wayside. And then, eventually they got around to being. He says, "I feel so old." Well, dude, how do you think I feel? I'm going to be turning 60 in a couple more months. How do you think I feel? My wife just turned 59. Come on. We both feel old. We didn't realize it was that long. Wow. Yeah. 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 It's been that way. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. The last one came out in May 11th of 2007. Yeah. Thank you, baby. May 11th. Yeah. So 18 years. Yeah. LOL. Yeah.
You feel so old. Well, I laugh at that. If you're old.
Well, that's Kage, man. He's cool though. Have you seen him? He's like a beard man. He's so cool. Yeah, he's got a cool background, and he does some gaming. He does some streams. I mean, yeah, he's a very cool dude. Reminds me, you know what you remind me of, Kage? You remind me of a an older hippie man I used to know, a hippie friend of mine, way back when I was living in Phoenix. This guy had like almost the same kind of beard, goatee thing that you're wearing, and whatever. And he just reminded me of an old hippie man, but he was cool. Yeah, and he actually came from the same years that my parents did. So I think he might have been a friend of my parents, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Our next door neighbor, Mr. Flesner. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He was a friend of ours and our neighbor. And he came from the hippie time. His wife came from the hippie times. Yeah. I mean, in the early 70s. Oh, Kage, of course. Thanks for the kindness. Well, absolutely. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to compliment you. I'm saying that you look like this next door neighbor of ours was a very cool guy. Yeah, and you are a cool guy, Kage. You really are. And so are you, Eric, and the wonderful couple. And Lemon Pie, come on, you're a legend. Okay, in YouTube, I think absolutely. Oh, sorry, I was rejecting my breakfast. Oh, okay. And hey, hi. Long time no see. Hello, Travel with Lisa MH. Hey, Mikey. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, we had a beautiful time with Lisa. Uh, can I say your last name, Lisa? Lisa Hogan. I'll just say that one time. But Lisa and I and Suzanne, we had a wonderful time. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kage. I took 2 bites and got sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, dude. Well, Pepto Bismol usually helps. And Lisa's waving. Hello, Lisa. Yeah, so Lisa was very kind to us. We got to meet her. She lives in Suffolk, England, with her. I hope I pronounced that right. Suffolk, yeah, England with her father, and she's a world traveler. I consider her a world class photographer, and videographer because she can go out there and take some great pictures, some good video, uh, you know, and she's been to Niagara Falls and she's been all over here, Toronto, to see some things. We went out. We went to a couple of places. We went to have some good food both times, and she helped us out, and that was really wonderful of her. And she's hoping to come in. Is it September, Lisa? Let me know in the comments if you want. But yeah, so I believe it's in September she's coming to spend about 4 months from September through December. So that should be a lot of fun. Suzanne and I would love to do some more stuff with you. Big hearts. Big love to you too, Lisa. We love you very much. We really do. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the prayer we were going to do, and then we'll get into the episodes. Okay. All right. So in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, there are a few people we really need you to look out for this week and the next and for the future moving forward. We do need you to look out for our friend PvP, Pleasant Valley Picker, who did recently lose his cousin's wife to lung cancer yesterday. May she rest in peace. May she also become an angel to PvP and to her her husband to watch over both of them in the coming months and to make sure that they're going to be doing okay, that no evil will befall them, and that they will be being able to recover and mourn in peace. So I pray for PvP. I pray for his cousin, and I pray for everyone that goes through that similar problems when they lose a loved one and they have to, you know, go on their own and fend for themselves. But they're never alone. They have friends, and if they do have family around, those families will take care of them. Cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever is there. But God is always there, and Jesus is always there, and the Virgin Mary and the Holy Spirit and your own patron saints are there to help you along and guide you in your journey. So PvP will we say a special prayer for your cousin's wife. Also, God, please watch over Larry as he has his continued problems that he's going through with his health. But maybe and hopefully and prayerfully, this heart surgery will be the last one he has to endure when he goes through it this next Tuesday, on July 1st. So we got to be there for him. And God, he is one of my closest brothers, and he's one of our closest, me and Suzanne's family members. He is family. And if we do, and Lord, if it's your will, if you do take him, please let me understand, okay? Please, please let me feel some comfort that he no longer has to suffer, if that is your will, Lord. But if you do understand that he has a mission and that you want him to continue the mission of being kind and being helpful to others in this lifetime, then you'll let him survive the surgery and be able to thrive. So we ask that for you, Lord, as well. And for everybody that's here in the chat, and for all of our family members, every single person we know, 267 family subscribers that we care about, we love, and we pray for every single day. Even the enemies that are out there, Lord, the ones that have lost souls, we pray for them. We always do. So for all this we ask and pray in your name. Amen and amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. All right. Thank you. I'm sorry. My best friend Larry, I get a little emotional when I have to hear that. And Stardashian said, sorry, I had to step away. No problems, Eric and Lee. No problems. Eric and Lee, you're fine. Hello, everyone. And Hakeem. Hello, Hakeem. Hakeem was one of our very first subscribers that subscribed to our channel when we started all those years ago in 2017. So, Hakeem, hello. Hello, Mikey, and everyone in chat. Sardachians, have a prayer. Thank you. PC. Hello, PC. Positive Candor. Hello, all. Welcome, PC. And we got prayers in for Lisa. Thank you. Kage says, hello, Hakeem. He also says, hey to Candor. Sir Lemon says, amen. And Kage says, may we live with joy and find peace hereafter. So may it be. Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes, that's very much appreciated to add that. Thank you. Hakeem says, I'm sending prayers to PvP and Larry. I'm wishing them all the best. Thank you, Hakeem. Thank you so much. And hey, Lemon. And Lemon says, hey, Hakeem. That's so wonderful. All of you folks are just fantastic. 7 likes, that's fine. That's great. We do appreciate that. Even if it were 1 like, we love that. That's no big deal. It's great though. Thank you so much. 7 people, and then we got 6 still watching. So that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you all. You know you're all wonderful people, and you know what we go through every day. And yesterday, I want to apologize. I do want to throw this quickly in. I do want to apologize to Resolute Germ and to Sci-Fi Sif Dan both. I'm sorry for my the way I acted in the chat. I don't normally do that, but you know, the guy who's there with you is a total evil douchebag, and I'll pray for his soul as I've always said I have, and I always hold to what I say. But in the same time, he needs to learn humility. He does. And we all know who we're talking about. So if you can learn some humility, T, let me know. Let me know. If you become humbled, let us know. Okay? But that's all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, and then Hakeem says, hey, Takage Noctum. Yes. So thank you guys and gals. You're wonderful. You really are. Lee, everybody there, Lisa, you're all wonderful people. Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me a moment. I'm sorry. Sorry. Getting emotional. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me get a drink before I get started. Okay. So, getting back to the business at hand. This is season 4. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Kage says a couple things. Yeah, we've all got people in our life like that. And Kage says, I just cut ties with another YouTuber because she couldn't humble herself and see what she was doing. That can happen. That can happen, Kage. Very much so. Yeah. Well, I'm not proud to admit to this, but my wife and I alone in the chat, or not in the chat, in the community, there are over 250 people that we just don't fit our values. We have Christian values. We really do value that. We do. Christian values. And we value kindness and generosity and love and support, prayers above all things. We are, we try to be Christ-like. That is how most people try to live their life, is to be like Jesus Christ, which is very admirable. It's not a bad thing. And if you try to become that way, that is even more so important, and it helps. It not only helps others, but it helps your own sense of well-being. It helps your soul. Most people just think it helps the heart. No, it helps the soul as well. It encompasses your entire being. When you feel that like you've helped others, you feel better about yourself. You do. And that's the best way. As long as you've helped others and you've helped your own self to become a better person, that helps all of us. It makes things better for everyone. Kage says, I try to do my best to treat people with kindness and generosity. And you do a good job, Kage. You have a very good channel there. As do the Stardashians, as does Hakeem, as does Travel with Lisa, as Lemon Pie, who helps us out. And I mean, it's all important. What we all do is very important. What my wife does to supervise, to take care of me, and being a minister in her own right. I mean, that is the best. That is the world to me. It means the world to me. She helps me to be better. I do what I can for myself, but she is the one that helps me. She saved my life. I'll never be able to thank her enough for that. But I do try the best I can to be her loving husband, her support valve, her person she can bounce ideas off of and talk to me and communicate, and that means the world to me. So if I can do that, yeah, and love her regardless, unconditional. Yeah. So yeah, that means a lot. It does. But I'm getting off the subject. But I meant to, because I wanted to do this half hour just beforehand to let you folks know where we stand as far as our channel, and to pray for who to pray for the next couple of months at least, till the end of summer. Now, as you folks know, I'm not doing anything on weekends from now on until end of summer. Yeah, Saturdays, Sundays, no, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm taking time. I want to spend more time with Suzanne. If we have important things to do, we're going to do them on weekends if we can. But yeah, we're just trying to do stuff, try to get things done. So for at least from now until end of summer, basically till the end of August. So yeah, I'm not planning on doing anything else. Now, if that does change, you folks do know, because I always say always expect the unexpected. So yeah, if something changes on that, I will definitely let you folks know. But in a webcam just like this, I do try to let you know everything that's going on. Usually that will be our JAS, just another stream, or it'll be a JAS special edition where we'll tell you about other changes that are coming. Now, as for today, we have started with Lunchtime with Mikey and Suze. The Murdoch angle just wasn't working. It wasn't. Even though we did have a lot of popular likes and stuff, that was fine. But I think it was just because of my calm demeanor, and also the fact that maybe I can voice over one or two objects. I don't know. But from now on, I just want to make it as all a part of me and Suzanne and our two kitty cats. So it's Lunchtime with Mikey and Suze from here on out until it changes again, until something um, comes about later on. Because I want to do mysteries. I want to do mysteries, in search of unsolved mysteries, ancient aliens, beyond fact or fiction. I'm just naming four out of, just a few for an example. But I want to go over those and pursue what kind of mysteries are out there. Yeah, so anyway, let's get to the first episode. And this came out on Tuesday, November 26th, just after Thanksgiving in 1985. And the episode was called Mind Games. And in this one, the Pentagon publicly announces a full pardon for Lieutenant Templeton Peck on the false grounds he would only have been a passenger. But Face cannot resist his chance to try his charms on a world ripe for the picking. Despite positive legal advice, Hannibal is convinced it must be a trap, while Murdoch is eager to try his hands as the new inferior scam artist Hunk Man. A certain Mrs. E.G. is waiting for him to sell his biography while the publicity is hot. But her firm Or is it the firm? Maybe the CIA? Seems connected to the goons who try to kidnap the others. When they meet, some Vietnamese attack all four of them in a helicopter. Interesting. Okay, so we'll cover that one first. Now, both of these, uh, Mind Games, and then the next one we'll talk about is There Goes the Neighborhood. Both of those episodes did receive a 7.2 and a 7.1 out of 10, respectively. Both got a C. 316 people rated it in the first one and 310 on the second one. So, yeah, I would say a C for both episodes would be my grade. So, yeah. They're okay episodes, but not great. I mean, we're when we get to the trial, which is later on in season 4, I believe, going into season 5, the 3-part trial. That's where it gets really good. And there's an episode just before that where you had Jack King who played, um, the colonel, um, who the one who got killed unfortunately at the end of that episode, and yeah, that one had Tia Carrere in it. Yeah, so yeah, we'll go over that one. Fulbright, Colonel Fulbright. Yeah, so we'll go over that one. So that'll be interesting too. That'll be a great episode. Okay, so let's see. Mind Games. Okay. All right, Mind Games was directed by Michael O'Herlihy, and the writers, of course, Frank Lupo, Stephen J. Cannell, and of course the usual suspects, as I always mention them. Uh, but we will talk about David Hedison. David Hedison, who actually played Felix Leiter in 2 of the James Bond films, Live and Let Die, and then and that was with, um, Roger Moore, and then he was in, uh, License to Kill. That was the one he was in with Timothy Dalton. And of course, he's done other things too. And so we're going to look at him. We're also going to look at James Hong, who plays Byron Fong in this episode. Yeah, both of them are very well distinguished actors, but I believe they're both gone now, unfortunately. So, let's see. Let's take a look at trivia. Okay. Okay, in this episode, Uh, it is revealed that Face's real name is not Templeton Peck, but Alvin Brennar. He has changed it to Al Brennan, Al Peck, Holmes Morrison, Morrison Holmes, and finally Templeton Peck. And this is the first episode to feature Jack King as General Harlan Bull Fulbright, who took over from Colonel Decker in pursuing the A Team. That's right, this is the first episode he's doing this. And this is the first time the team did not have to drug or knock out BA to get him to fly. That's cool. And curiously, that is the same jetpack that they used in Ian Fleming's James Bond Thunderball movie featuring Sean Connery. Yeah, they did a jetpack move in this episode, and it was the very exact one. That is so cool. Hannibal says John Jones, nobody's called John Jones, despite he himself having the similarly generic everyman name of John Smith. John Jones is also the pseudonym of John Johns, the Martian Manhunter in DC Comics. Okay, the Bell Lone Ranger helicopter, which was serial number N331WD, was also the police helicopter in the Airwolf episode Natural Born, and perhaps the only time in the series that the VA comes looking for Murdoch. And David Hedison, who plays the CIA agent David Vaughn here, also played CIA agent Felix Leiter in 2 of the James Bond films, Live and Let Die and License to Kill. You see how much I know about James Bond? I'm a Bond fanatic. The name of the protagonist here is Byron Fung, also known as General Chow. General Chow was also the name of the villain in the season 2 episode Recipe for Heavy Bread, although they are not the same character. Well, that's cool. All right, let's take a look at goofs. Okay. And first, there's a couple of continuity goofs. During the first chase scene, Hannibal is visible sitting in the front passenger seat, then appears firing a machine gun from the back of the van, but seconds later, he's back in the front. Face, after hugging B.A., holds suitcase in his right hand. In the next shot, he holds the suitcase with both hands. Okay, then there's a factual error. General Fulbright wears no medals. It is impossible for any military personnel to achieve the rank of general without being awarded several medals, and Army protocols stipulate that when in uniform, medals or at least ribbons will be worn. When Face, here's a miscellaneous one. When Face gets abducted by the Chinese goons in the helicopter, Hannibal says there are no markers on the helicopter, but in small letters on both sides at the front, but in small letters on both sides at the front and in very large letters on the bottom is the registration number N331WD. And there's also a boom mic visible. After Murdoch, or Hunk Man, rescues Hannibal and BA, the camera pans to the left and a boom mic is seen retreating above Hannibal's head. Okay. And there is a character error, and then there is one spoiler. At the end, and with no explanations both before and after, BA willingly jumps into the waiting helicopter and flies off with the team with Murdoch as the pilot. This is not in line with his character at all, when he always needs to be when he needs to be unconscious or in love to fly. All right. And the spoiler, if you want to put your hands over your ears there, folks, Face mentions the CIA without the team ever mentioning them when at the chicken interview. Okay. Cool. All right. As I told you folks before, I don't do quotes anymore. There are no soundtracks. So let's see if I've got the production, filming and production here. Okay. So there were two locations around the LA area and then in Santa Clarita, California. All right. Now we'll take a look at the two cast and the crew. And after we're done with this, before we get to our second episode, we'll go back and check on the chat. Let's see here. Okay, so David Hedison. Okay, yes. Unfortunately, we did lose David in 2019. As I mentioned before, he was in 2 James Bond films. In 2014, he was in a movie called The Green Girl. I'm not sure what that's about. But it says here that Albert David Hedison Jr. was born in Providence, Rhode Island, the elder son of Albert and Rose Hedison, naturalized United States citizens from Armenia. His father owned a jewelry enameling business, and his son was expected to follow in his footsteps. Young Al had other ideas, having put his sights on an acting career after seeing Tyrone Power on the screen in Blood and Sand in 1941. He was born May 20th, 1927, and David died and left us on July 18th, 2019. He was the age of 92. So, rest in peace, Felix Leiter. And of course, Live and Let Die was 1973. License to Kill was 1989. But he was also in the original movie The Fly. He played Andre Delambre in that, but he played it by his name Al Hedison. And in 1957, before that, as Al Hedison, he was in the movie The Enemy Below. And that was about the submarine and everything. So, 1957. The last thing he worked on was Confessions of a Teenage Jesus Jerk. What a weird name for a movie. That was in 2017, and he was interviewee number 2. And he did a video. He was the voice of Jor-El in a Superman video. Excuse me. Sorry for my burping there. For Superman and the Secret Planet. That came out in 2013. So he did the voiceover for that. Very cool. So, the great career there of David Hedison. And now we'll take a look at James Hong. All right. James Hong, believe it or not, is still alive. Yay! He's an actor, producer, and writer. Uh, he was recently in a movie called The Keepers of the Five Kingdoms in 2024. Uh, he was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He studied civil engineering at the University of Minnesota, but at some point along the way became interested in acting. He graduated from the University of Southern California and practiced for 1.5 years as a road engineer with the County of Los Angeles. So he worked with the Corps of Engineers, I guess. He took sick leaves and vacation time to do films. He finally quit engineering to focus on acting full time. He was born February 22nd, 1929. So he is already the age of 96. That is cool. Yeah, of course. He's a long living Asian. Yeah, that's right. He was in the one with Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once, back in 2022. He played Gong Gong in that film. He also, in 2011, he worked on Kung Fu Panda #2, where he voiced over Mr. Ping. And then in 2008, again, he voiced Mr. Ping in Kung Fu Panda. So he worked on the first two Kung Fu Panda films with Jack Black as the big panda. And then he was David Lopan in that awesome film with Kurt Russell and the lady from Sex and the City, Kim Cattrall, Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, 1986. That was so cool. Let's see. All right. Uh, Previously, the latest thing he's done is Gremlins: Secrets of the Mogwai, which is the TV series, which is started in 2022. It says till 2025, but I think it's still going on. But he has been in that with voiceovers for 13 episodes. So that's what he's still doing. Uh, these are other things that are coming up either in post production or pre production. In post production, he's doing a voice in Pinocchio and the Water of Life for this year. Uh, in pre production, he is in a movie called Honorary Male, where he plays the role of Li Chen. And one that's just been completed is called Give Me My Money, where he plays the maitre d'. So, very cool. So that is the career of James Hong. And he's still alive, so I'm very happy about that. Okay. Okay, before we get to the next one here, let's see where I'm still at here. Wow, a lot of people. All right, and Charlotte Knight, Star the Werewolf. Hello, sweetie. Hello. Ahoo. With a big heart. Hello. Kevin, Theme Park Adventures. Hello, Kevin. Hey, Mikey. Hakeem says, "Oh, I like mysteries. Me too. Me too." Kevin says, "Waving." Kage says, "Hey, Charlotte." And Charlotte says, "I'm streaming this weekend, so you know." Yeah. Okay, very cool, Charlotte. Thank you. Uh, Kage says, "Hey, Kevin." Charlotte says, "Hey, Kage." Hakeem says, "Hello, Charlotte." Charlotte says, "Hello, Hakeem." Hakeem says, "Hey, Kevin," with a wave. And Kage says, "Charlotte, I subbed." Very cool. Thank you, Kage. Lemon says, "Hi, Charlotte." Hi, Lemon Pie. Thank you, Kage, she says. Lemon says, "I like you and your channel very much." So, Charlotte, unfortunately, times when you stream, I'm often working, but I try to pop in for a brief hello. Thank you, Lemon. Charlotte says, "Lemon, I love you." Thank you. Travel with Lisa says, "I gotta head out. Take care, everyone." Hey, take care, Lisa. Please be careful out there. Be safe, sweetie. We'll see you in September then. Okay? Sounds like fun. And Suzanne will have a special prize, a special present for you. So hope to see you then. Hopefully we'll see you in September. Maybe we'll get a chance to go celebrate my 60th birthday. How about that? If that's something you want to do, that's up to you, Lisa. But thank you again for everything. Really. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Lisa. Take care, Lisa. See you, Lisa, from Kage and Hakeem. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. And we got 12 likes. Oh my gosh. 12 likes. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And we got one person still watching. Very cool. Very cool. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means the world to us. It really does. Thank you. Okay. So let's get to the next episode here, which is called There Goes the Neighborhood. This came out December 3rd, 1985. As I said, both of these episodes got a C grade, so that's what I basically gave them myself. The A team. Okay, so here's the summary. The A team is just in time, asked to protect rock singer Stevie Faith to prevent an attack in her manager Woody Stone's office by terrorists from North Terrania who want to prevent her donating any proceeds of an Africa benefit to the rival Central African South Terrania. They decide to hide her in a safer place incognito, so Faith buys a nice suburban house, hoping to sell with a profit after some renovation. All neighbors are decent people, even the wacky, fat, macho, but useless block captain Joe, except the Hells Angels types in the house across, who soon turn out to be hoods planted by drug baron Juarez. Their firm efficiency against those criminals makes Hannibal elected without standing new block captain. So Joe will eagerly rat on them to stone, and then other problems also resurface. Wow. Okay, so that was the plot there, the summary. The director was Dennis Donnelly, and along with Lupo and Cannell, Bill Nuss, Nuss, helped write the episode. And of course, the four gentlemen there, George Papard, Dick Benedict, Dwight Schultz, and Mr. T. Also, Joe Scrilo is played by Walter Okevich, so we will take a look at him. And the actress who plays Stevie Faith is Valerie Stevenson, so we will also take a look at her as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the trivia. All right, Murdoch and Stevie Faith sing a couple of lines from A Day in the Life by the Beatles. In an analogy, Woody talks about a sandcastle being destroyed. In reality, the teenage son of Stephen J. Cannell, one of the writers of this episode, died when a sandcastle he was building at the beach collapsed on top of him, suffocating him. Oh, that's terrible. One of the writers of this episode, Stephen J. Cannell, wrote a similar episode with the same title for the TV show Hardcastle and McCormick. Okay, let's take a look at the goofs. In continuity, there's a couple. In the final fight scene, when bad guys entered the red car and closed door, in the background, man on the right side of screen changed position in a wink. And when bad guys exit their ruined red car, it stands parallel to the garage with the white car parked in the background. In the next shot, the red car is in completely different place. Then there's a couple of revealing mistakes. Very obvious stunt double when Hannibal jumps off the makeshift tank and snow shoveler combination. And when Murdoch shoots the cannon at the basket to a basketball, first the fireball emerges from behind the basket, yet it shatters about half a second later. Interesting. Alrighty. Okay, there are no soundtracks other than what I mentioned about the first lines of A Day in the Life. Okay, and the neighborhood itself, there is a block there in Los Angeles, the 18,000 block of Raymer Street, Raymer. So that is the neighborhood where all the scenes are filmed. Very cool. And of course, the neighborhood's still there today, so that's good to know. Alrighty. And let's see. All right, so we'll take a look at Walter Okevich. And yes, unfortunately, we did lose Walter in 2021. He worked on soundtrack as well as an actor. He was in that movie Making the Grade with Judd Nelson in 1984. He was born on May 14th, 1948 in Bayonne, New Jersey. Uh, he was an actor known for Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me in 1992, The Client in 1994, and he was in the movie with John Belushi in 1941 in 1979. He died on April 6, 2021 in Reseda, California. He was only 72 years old. So, born May 14th, 1948, and died April 6th, 2021. Okay. So, in Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me in 1992, he was the character of Jacques Renault. In The Client, a movie in 1994, he played Jerome Romy Clifford. He was in the TV series of Twin Peaks for 3 episodes as Jacques Renault in 1990. And in the movie 1941 from 1979, he played Hinshaw in that movie. All right, before he died, the last thing he worked on was 2 more episodes in 2017 of Twin Peaks when they brought it back. He played Jean-Michel Renault in that one. And before that, he was Jacques Renault in 2014 with Twin Peaks: The Missing Pieces. Very cool. So, a former Twin Peaks star. Okay, now we'll take a look at Valerie Stevenson. Okay, unfortunately, we did lose Valerie Stevenson as well in 2015. Not only an actress, but she also worked in soundtrack. She was born on October 19th, 1962, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She was an actress known for Project AKO in 1986, Dreams in 1984, and The A-Team, of course, in 83. She was married to Lance G. Joseph. She died on January 10th, 2015, in Baltimore, Maryland. She was only 52 years old. It's kind of sad. Very young. Yeah, so besides the A-Team episode she's known for, this one we were talking about, she also, in Project AKO in 1986, she worked on the soundtrack for that movie. It was a song called Follow Your Dream from CKO's theme. And Dreams, the TV series, in 1984, she worked on 12 episodes of that as Lisa Copley. And in Dreams, Kiss Me Red, which is a music video, she plays Lisa Copley in that in 1984. And this was it. Before she passed away and then went into retirement, this was her previously listed role that she plays, Stevie Faith, in A-Team in this episode. So, probably the last thing she ever did. That's kind of sad. Okay, so that was Valerie Stevenson. Okay. Alrighty, so before we end today, I just want to go over thanking everyone for being here, and I'll do that in just a moment. As we said, we've done a prayer already, so there'll be no prayer at the end, but I'll do the other stuff that I do. Let's see here. Okay, so next week we have from season 4, episode 11, we have The Doctor is Out. And then the next episode we have is Uncle Buckle Up. Uncle Buckle Up. Try to say that 5 times fast. Yeah, so that's for next week, for next Thursday. All right, thank you, Lisa. Okay, so let's thank everybody that's been here. 12 likes. We have 2 people still watching. Very, very cool. Let's see here. We had Hakeem. Thank you, Hakeem. Make sure you check out his channel. He may not have a lot of content, but he is there for a lot of us on a lot of our channels here in our community. So thank you, Hakeem. And he was the first one to welcome us to the community, our brand new channel back then in 2017. So thank you, Hakeem. Kage Noctum Gaming. Please make sure you check out his channel. He's got some good gaming there. He's got some good content. He does a few good, once in a while he'll do a few good live streams. Feel good. I call them feel good live streams So yes, please check them out. Kage Noctum Gaming. Okay. Travel with Lisa. Oh, you're welcome, Akeem. Thanks, Mikey. You're the best. And Kage says, I'm almost to 1,000 subs. Awesome. Let's get Kage Noctum Gaming to 1,000 subs. Please go there, subscribe. Remember, don't forget to hit the like button today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're at 267 subscribers. We're only 33 away from 300, and we'll do a special live stream celebration when we get to 300 and 400 and 500 and so on. Also, don't forget, share this with your friends and family and also your acquaintances and neighbors. And please, when you hit the subscribe button, make sure you also hit the all notifications bell, that ding, ding, ding bell. So then that way it lets you know when future podcasts, future webcams, future live streams, when they all come from this channel or other channels, it'll notify you. It should. At least that's what we hope for from the YouTube overlords. So you know. Yeah, you're awesome, Mikey. No, you're welcome, Kage. Thank you. Thank you, sir. No, thank you for everything. All right, so Kage, Hakeem, Travel with Lisa. Make sure you check out Travel with Lisa's Travel with Lisa MH channel. She is a videographer. She does videos. She does takes photos, other things. She travels around. She's a world traveler, so make sure you check out her channel. It's very important. Also, don't forget to check out Charlotte Night Star the Werewolf. Ahoo! She has a great channel. She does some podcasts. She does some streams every 2 weeks, on the weekends. She does that on Saturdays and Sundays. Usually starts around 4:05 p.m. Eastern time, which is around 1 o'clock her time in the Pacific time zone, since she does live in Washington State and near Twin Peaks, by the way. So where they shot all that. So that should be fun. So make sure you check out Charlotte. Don't forget to welcome Lemon Pie every time you see him in the chat. He is a wonderful moderator. He takes care of our channel here with my beautiful wife, Suzanne, and with Connie Clary, the bird woman of YouTube. So make sure you check out all three of them and say hello. And of course, my wife goes by Moon Pie and Deja Vu's mom. So make sure you check out her channel too and subscribe. Let's see here. Lemon Pie. I got everybody so far. All right. Kevin, Theme Park Adventures. He's a good friend of Larry, my friend from Be Yourself Adventures. Kevin, make sure you guys have a lot of prayers up for Larry next week, for next Tuesday. It's going to be a very difficult week for him. So we want to make sure that he's getting all the prayers and support and love from everybody. All right. Thank you, Kevin. Kage, Lemon, Charlotte, Lisa, the Stardashians, Eric and Lee. Thank you so much, both of you, for being the first in the box today and for being here for us. We love you guys. Hope that your move to North Carolina in the next couple of weeks goes well with no worries, complete safety, and no accidents. So just make sure you guys get there home to your next new home safe. And Positive Candor, thank you, Positive Candor, for being here as always. We appreciate your love and support. Make sure you go to PC's channel and subscribe to him as well. Make sure you subscribe to everybody that is in the chat today, please. And hopefully I'm mentioning everyone, including you, Lemon, this time. Let's see here. Yeah, there's Moon Pie, my beautiful wife's Moon Pie's and Deja Vu's mom. Make sure you go there also and subscribe. She needs some subscribers. Come on. She can use some. Let's see here. Kage, of course. Lemon. Okay, and Stardashians who started us all off. And like I said, we were starting 30 minutes early so I can address recent events and things that were going on. So from now on, this show will be known as Lunchtime with Mikey and Suze. And rest in peace, Murdoch. Our damn it doll. Hakeem said, thanks, Mikey. You're the best. Kage is almost to 1,000 subs. You're awesome, Mikey. Thank you, Kage. And Lemon says, thanks for the stream, Mikey. You're welcome, Sir Lemon. Thank you again for being here and helping out with Suzanne. All right, Hakeem has a couple of things. He's given us Charlotte's channel Thank you, Hakeem. He's also given us Kage's channel. Thank you, Hakeem. Thanks, Hakeem. And I think I got everyone. Yeah, I think I got everyone too mentioned in the chat, including Sir Lemon. I know, Lemon. I know, Lemon. You were kidding because you're just giving me a hard time. I know. I know. There's just a lot of things going on, so we have to be careful. You know, what we say and do in the next few weeks. A lot of things going on. Had to plug in my for some odd reason I got stupid and it's raining. Yay! It's raining outside. We finally have some noticeable rain. That's great. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much. Whew. Okay, lots going on. All right. So first of all, I want to thank Gene Siskel, formerly of the Chicago Tribune, and that wonderful duo of Siskel and Ebert at the movies. He always says, and the aisle is now closed. So he was my favorite nerd back then, still is to this day. So thank you, Gene, from heaven, for allowing me to use your distinguished thing. And now the aisle is closed. So thank you for that. Always. Hakeem has also posted Travel with Lisa's channel. Thank you. Thank you, Hakeem. Yes, she can use a lot more subscribers. Definitely. She goes out of her way. She really does. She takes trips. She goes out, shoots video, does a lot of great stuff. She is a wonderful man, by the way. I will say I believe she does have a boyfriend, so but I mean she's a wonderful person. And yeah, she loves interacting with all the different people from YouTube and so on. Hopefully, Larry, she can get a chance to come see you. So what I want you to do, Larry, is when you've recovered enough, I want you to take you and Diane, and if you want to take you know uh, uh, um, Rose, you know who I'm talking about. Take your friend with you as well. Rosie's channel, yeah. So take the three of you, come up here to Canada, and we can hang out with Lisa. We can celebrate my birthday if you want, which comes out September 22nd, or we can celebrate any other uh, major things that you guys want to celebrate. Yeah, and we can all hang out together. Yeah. You guys will love Toronto. Believe me, it's a beautiful city. It really is. And there's a lot of things to see in downtown and things. You just have to be careful. Like any city, there's going to be criminals. There's going to be people who want to steal, do things like that. There always going to be that. So just be careful. And also make sure you keep your passports up to date. Because no thanks to Carney or Trump, if you don't keep your stuff up to date, they really don't care about you. Then they go, it's like whatever. So, yeah. So be aware of that. Okay. That's one thing to keep in mind. Okay. So, yeah. So I say aisles closed. Okay. So now, as I always say, always expect the unexpected from the MikeySuzeFour channel. My beautiful wife says, leave everything in God's hands. It's a perfect piece of advice from my beautiful minister wife. Mwah. And our beautiful cats, Moonpie and Deja always say, meow, meow. So I'm going to add them from now on. So whenever they go meow meow, I'm going to say they meow meow meow. I bet that pleases Raquel and Moyer a little bit, that the cats can actually talk and go in a big high meow. And yeah, so
Deja says mama.
Mama, yeah, that's true. Deja says mama. Yeah, oh yeah. Kage says, heck, I'd be scared to leave the country right now. Agreed, right? Yeah. If I wanted back in at least. Yeah. Yeah, Kage, it's a rough world right now. It's it's very unconventional, I will say. Very unpredictable. Yes. Yeah, I would say that for sure. Also, of course, my wonderful friend Larry. There's my beautiful supporter, Miss Suzanne. Ta-da! Yeah, I know it's raining. I'm so happy. Well, this is the first rain we've had in almost like 3 weeks, so naturally we're celebrating. Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, and I almost forgot, but I'll read this. I'll read this before I start this. So, in 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the LA underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. Now, if you have a problem, and if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. I almost forgot that. Ooh, that would have been taboo against me. Ah, can't do that. And of course, as I said, Larry always says, be yourself. Always be yourself. So that's wonderful advice. Okay. So we are done. I managed to get that in. There we go. And that, of course, was by John Ashley. Rest in peace. He was the narrator. He did a lot of 50s and 60s beach blanket movies, Avalon and that footage show, as I always said. Okay, so God bless America. God bless Canada. God bless the UK for our friend Lisa Hogan. God bless the rest of this world. We only have one. So make sure all of you take care of it. Okay, until the very end, until we all go and meet our maker. And of course, peace from MikeySuzeFour. On behalf of my beautiful wife Suzanne and our beautiful kitty cat daughters, Moon Pie and Deja Vu, I want to thank you all uh, for being here, for taking care of us today. 12 wonderful likes. We got 4 people still watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you again for all of you. And Akeem says, hello, Suzanne. It's great to see you.
Oh, hello there.
And she's waving to you. Yeah, she is. She's trying to change the boxes. And, we have 2 cats, and I changed them last time. So Suzanne and I take turns. So it's a chore. It really is to clean up their boxes. They got 2 of them. But it's worth it. Yeah. It's our babies. It's worth it. Definitely is. Yeah.
Wait, I have one thing to say. We have only one life. Make it count.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
You heard her. I won't repeat that. She said it. So make sure all of you do that, okay? All right. Well, we're going ahead and get out of here. I've been here for over an hour. I ranted. I raved. I calmed down. I did my spiel. I did my favorite favorite TV show of all time, 18. So no plans for this channel, at least for the rest of this weekend. Like I said, we're going out to go see a couple movies. Going to go have a nice lunch. Hopefully, it'll be raining for us tomorrow too. That'll be nice. Otherwise, don't forget, I do help Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Oh yeah, enjoy the movies and lunch for sure. Thank you, Kage. Yeah, we will. Thank you so much. Yeah, it'd be cool to see you do longer streams. Yeah, thank you. If I can, we definitely will. Yeah. But anyway, let's see. There's something else. I know there's something else. Oh, I'll probably think. Oh, okay. So, Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, Gorilla's Random Thoughts later tonight. He'll be doing 2 more episodes of that cool series. I really enjoyed it, even though it only lasted for 2 seasons. I was really bummed out. Fox really blew it when they let that one go. And then Friday, of course, Friday night. Hopefully, we'll be back here in time for Gorilla's Random Thoughts review of the first edition, which is season 5, episode 1 of the Waltons. So that'll be a really cool, interesting episode. And the next 4 episodes, I think, are going to be really interesting because he's going to have to put a disclaimer on his things. Yeah, because they're going to be talking about Mustachioed Man and, he's trying to take over the world and all this other stuff. So, yeah, those will be interesting episodes. Season 5, the first 5 episodes for sure. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, that's it. And then he has his mystery movies on Sundays. Sunday. He does the Cinema Sunday. So make sure you check out his Cinema Sundays. And, of course, Charlotte Nightstar mentioned it. She has her webcam. And I think this week, she's going to be talking to Glenn Lawrence, I hope. Because Glenn Lawrence presents. I like his show. I like his stream. I like his channel. I definitely hope that she gets to interview him. That would be cool. I would love to do that. I would love to talk to him from the chat. That'd be nice. So hopefully we can do that this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So that might be something I'll be doing for an exception. I usually, if Charlotte is available, that's the only exception I make on weekends. Is I usually help her out But otherwise, yeah, on Saturdays and Sundays. But otherwise, yeah, the rest of the time I don't do anything on the weekends. So, all right. So everybody, take care of yourselves. If I failed to mention anybody in the chat, please, please don't feel bad. I try to double and sometimes triple myself on checking on every single thing. So I hope that all of you are mentioned and responded to. And we love you guys all, Suzanne and I. We really love you guys and gals. You know, you've been there for us from the beginning. At least the last 2 years that we've been streaming since August or April of 2023. So we really do appreciate that, and hope all of you have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Be careful. Uh, Hakeem says, "See ya, everyone. Hope you all have a good rest of the day." Thank you. You too, Hakeem. And Hakeem, please come by and be with us on Tuesday night for the special cigar lounge. Uh, you know, we're gonna have a special thing for our friend Larry, also for our friend PvP, because we know what happened with his family. That'll be this coming Tuesday. I'll be simulcasting, I hope. Also, Sci-Fi Sit Down will be simulcasting, and we'll be talking about our brother Larry, who goes through his heart surgery that day on the 1st of July. So yeah, please, yeah. And Kage said, "Blessed be everyone, and may the universe smile on you." Thank you, Kage. That's much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really, honestly, that is awesome of you. And thanks, baby, for cleaning those. Honestly, I love you. I'll be there. Thank you, Akeem. Yes, please. We would love to have your presence there. Much appreciated. Yes. Hope all you can make it. If anybody is still, 3 people are still watching, can you all come? That would be fantastic to show your love and support for Larry. That would be wonderful. That'd be great. Appreciate it. Okay. So take care, everyone. God bless. Have a good week. Good rest of the day. Good weekend. Good rest of the month. Have a great July. Have a great August. Have a great rest of the year. I hope everything goes well for you and your families. And we'll talk again next week, Monday, for the 2 episodes of Red Dwarf. So until then, I gotta find that Red Dwarf ship. It's flying around somewhere. So when I find it, I'll tell you folks next week. And remember, Tuesday is the big day for the blessings and everything. So please be there for that. We'll talk to you then.